Leadership is often seen as a glamorous role filled with power and respect. But what if I told you that nearly 60% of leaders feel overwhelmed and isolated in their roles? That's right. According to a recent survey, more than half of leaders struggle with stress and loneliness. It's a shocking reality that many don't talk about. In today's fast-paced world, the pressure on leaders is immense. They juggle team dynamics, project deadlines, and corporate goals, all while trying to keep their sanity. Research shows that nearly 50% of employees have witnessed unethical behavior at work. This creates an environment where trust can easily crumble. But what lies beneath the surface of effective leadership? The truth is, there are dark sides that can lead to burnout, ethical dilemmas, and even toxic environments. In this video series, we'll uncover these hidden challenges that many leaders face but rarely discuss. Get ready to explore the illusion of control, the cost of complacency, and the loneliness that often haunts those in charge. We'll also tackle the silent saboteur, burnout, and reveal how charm can sometimes mask manipulation. Join me as we shine a light on the dark side of leadership, helping you become a more aware and effective leader. Let's dive into the truth together. Chapter 1. The illusion of control. Leadership often brings a desire for control. Many leaders believe that having tight reins on their teams ensures success. But did you know that this can actually stifle creativity? According to a study by the University of Michigan, teams thrive when given autonomy. When leaders try to control every detail, they limit their team's ability to innovate. A common misconception is that effective leaders must know everything. In reality, the best leaders are those who can admit when they don't have all the answers. Brené Brown, a leadership expert, famously said, "Vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change." This means that leaders should embrace uncertainty and encourage open dialogue. To foster creativity, leaders should shift their focus from control to collaboration. This can be done through regular brainstorming sessions where everyone feels safe to share ideas. Research shows that diverse teams generate 19% more revenue due to a broader range of ideas. Encouraging team input can lead to breakthrough solutions that might not surface otherwise. Another strategy is to delegate effectively. When leaders trust their team members with responsibilities, it boosts confidence and engagement. According to Gallup, organizations that empower employees see 21% higher profitability. A simple way to delegate is to set clear expectations and then step back. This lets your team take ownership of their tasks. Lastly, practicing mindfulness can help leaders become more aware of their need for control. Techniques such as meditation or deep breathing exercises can reduce stress and promote a more open mindset. Remember, relinquishing control doesn't mean losing power, it means sharing it. Chapter 2. The cost of complacency. Complacency in leadership is a sneaky problem. It creeps in when leaders become comfortable and stop pushing for improvement. The danger here is real. According to a Harvard Business Review article, companies that fail to innovate risk losing market share. Many leaders believe their current strategies are sufficient, but the world is always changing. A striking example is Blockbuster, which failed to adapt to the rise of digital streaming. The company went from a household name to bankrupt in just a few years. Leaders must stay alert and proactive, or risk fading into obscurity. To combat complacency, leaders should commit to lifelong learning. Attending workshops, reading books, or even listening to podcasts can provide fresh perspectives. As Albert Einstein once said, intellectual growth should commence at birth and cease only at death. Regular feedback loops can also help. By creating an environment where team members can share concerns, leaders can identify issues before they escalate. The best leaders actively seek out constructive criticism and use it to fuel growth. Additionally, setting ambitious goals can reignite a sense of purpose. When teams have clear, challenging objectives, they are more likely to stay engaged. This is known as the goal-setting theory, which emphasizes that specific and challenging goals lead to higher performance. Finally, a bit of competition can spark innovation. Encouraging friendly rivalry among teams can lead to creative breakthroughs. For example, Google uses hackathons to inspire employees to develop new ideas in a fun, competitive environment. Chapter 3. The loneliness of the leader. Leadership can be isolating. Many leaders feel they must carry their burdens alone, which can lead to stress and burnout. Research by the Center for Creative Leadership shows that nearly 40% of leaders report feeling lonely in their roles. This isolation can hinder decision-making and reduce effectiveness. One way to combat loneliness is by building a support network. This could include mentors, peers, or even coaches. According to a study by the International Coach Federation, 70% of people who received coaching reported improved work performance. Connecting with others can provide the guidance needed to navigate tough situations. Another strategy is to practice vulnerability. Sharing challenges with your team can create a stronger bond and foster trust. As Brené Brown states, daring leaders work to make sure people can be themselves and feel a sense of belonging. This openness can lead to a more supportive team culture. Leaders should also prioritize self-care. Engaging in hobbies, exercising, and taking breaks can recharge your energy. A study by the American Psychological Association found that employees who take regular breaks are more productive. When leaders model self-care, they set a positive example for their teams. Finally, establishing regular check-ins with team members can help reduce feelings of isolation. These conversations allow leaders to connect with their teams on a personal level, which can alleviate stress. Asking simple questions about their well-being can make a significant difference. If you're finding value in this discussion, be sure to subscribe for more insights on navigating the challenges of leadership. Chapter 4. When values clash. Ethical dilemmas in leadership. Leadership often involves navigating tricky ethical waters. Leaders face situations where their personal values clash with organizational goals. This can lead to tough decisions that not only affect them but also their teams. According to a survey by the Ethics and Compliance Initiative, about 50% of employees say they have seen misconduct at work. This highlights how important it is for leaders to set a strong ethical tone. One effective strategy for handling ethical dilemmas is to establish a clear set of core values. When leaders clearly communicate their values, it guides decision-making. A company like Patagonia stands out for its commitment to environmental sustainability. By embedding these values into their operations, they've built a loyal customer base and a strong brand reputation. Leaders can also benefit from creating a culture of transparency. Encouraging open discussions about ethical issues allows team members to voice concerns. As Simon Sinek wisely noted, there is no innovation and creativity without failure. Period. When employees feel safe to speak up, leaders can address ethical dilemmas proactively. Role-playing scenarios can also prepare leaders for potential ethical challenges. By practicing how to handle tough situations, leaders can make better decisions when the time comes. Harvard Business School emphasizes the effectiveness of this approach in developing strong ethical judgment. Additionally, seeking diverse perspectives is crucial. Bringing in a variety of viewpoints can illuminate different aspects of a dilemma. According to research from McKinsey, diverse teams are 35% more likely to perform better. This diversity can lead to more thoughtful and ethical decision-making. Finally, it's essential to reflect on decisions post-action. After facing an ethical dilemma, leaders should assess the outcomes and learn from them. This practice not only fosters personal growth but also helps improve future decision-making processes. Chapter 5. Burnout. The silent saboteur. Burnout is a growing concern in today's fast-paced work environment. Many leaders experience it, often without realizing the impact it has on their effectiveness. A study from Gallup found that 76% of employees experience burnout on the job at least sometimes. This can lead to decreased productivity, creativity, and even increased turnover. To tackle burnout, leaders should prioritize self-awareness. Understanding their own stress triggers allows leaders to address issues before they escalate. Tools like journaling can help identify patterns in stress levels. By reflecting on daily experiences, leaders can spot areas that need change. Creating a supportive work environment is another effective strategy. Leaders can encourage open conversations about workload and mental health. According to a report by Mindshare Partners, companies that foster mental health support see a 47% decrease in burnout rates. Simple gestures, like checking in with employees, can make a big difference. Additionally, promoting work-life balance is essential. Leaders can model this behavior by setting boundaries themselves. According to a study by Harvard Business Review, teams that promote work-life balance see 14% higher job satisfaction. Leaders should encourage employees to take breaks and use vacation days, demonstrating that self-care is important. Another key strategy is to provide resources for stress management. Offering workshops on mindfulness or time management can equip employees with tools to cope better. Research from the University of Massachusetts shows that mindfulness training can reduce stress levels by 30%. Finally, recognizing and celebrating achievements can uplift team morale. Acknowledging hard work boosts motivation and fosters a positive environment. As Maya Angelou once said, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." This sentiment reinforces the importance of appreciation in the workplace. If you've found these insights valuable, don't forget to subscribe. Join us as we continue to explore the challenges and triumphs of effective leadership.